Now the next topic we want to learn on piecewise defined function. So what's the meaning of piecewise defined function? This is a function that defined by more than one equations. So let's see, one of the example here is fx equal to absolute value x. So we know from the definition of absolute value x, this is equal to x if x more or equal to 0, and this is equal to minus x if x is less than 0. So we need to graph one by one. First, let's graph for x more equal to 0 first. So this is the first graph. So the first graph is just fx equal to x. So this is identity graph. So let's draw. This is a straight line. Okay, so what do we want to take? We just want to take x more or equal to 0. So we just want this part here. So let's transfer it to here. This is your graph. So we must start from 0. 0 is included, okay, because you can see here 0 is included. So that's why we put a dot here. Now let's graph the second one. The second graph is fx is minus x. So let us draw number 2. So this graph is in this shape. It goes to the opposite way. So what I want to take, we just want to take x less than 0. So now let's take when x less than 0. This is the graph we want to take, and then just transfer to your final graph. This is not included, but 0 here is already included. So you can just take the answer here as included. So that's why the graph of fx equal to modulus x, the shape is like this. Now let's see the second example for piecewise defined functions. Okay, so now you have 3 equations. So let's define, this is graph number 1, graph number 2, graph number 3. So the question said find f minus 1, f0, and also f1. So let's go to one by one to take f minus 1. So minus 1 is taken from here. Okay, from this domain here. So let's take equation number 1, fx equal to cubic root of x. So we need to refer to this equation only. So let me write here, we want to take only this function here. What we need to do here is just let's substitute this x with minus 1. So let's substitute minus 1 and then put minus 1 here under the cubic root. So let's solve this. This is equal to negative 1. So this is your final answer. Now let's see the next one. The question asks us for f0. So for f0, we are looking at this domain now. So we only want to look at equation number 2. So let me write equation number 2. Fx equal to 1. Okay, so now just focus on this equation here. So what we need to do is we need to substitute your x with 0. Since we don't have any x here, therefore this is a constant function. Therefore f0 is just equal to 1. This is our final answer. Next, the question asks us for f1. So f1 is somewhere inside this domain. So now just take equation number 3. Just focus at this equation now. So let me write the equation number 3. Fx equal to x plus 1. So just look at this equation. Do not focus on any other equation. So now what we want is f1. So now let's substitute your x with 1. So f1 is equal to 1 plus 1. So your final answer is 2.